칼리예요. 반가워요. 저는 칼리입니다. 저는 호주 사람이에요. So, yeah, I'm from Australia. So, yeah, nice to meet you guys all. Yeah, so, how's everyone doing? It'd be great to get some people in, seeing how everyone is doing. Yeah. Ask me anything you like about me, either Christianity or when I was a paranormal investigator before I was a Christian. Yes, I used to do paranormal investigating between 2000 to 2004. I have been known to sense and feel spirits, not in a long time, but I have been known to. Yeah, I guess I get it from my aunt. My aunt knew about Johnny O'Keefe before he died, and it actually came true. So I guess I get it from her. And yes, I have been to Kapunda only once, once for a ghost tour, and once for a drive through with my ex-husband, so and his friend. So the time I went down to Kapunda. There's a few stories I had heard down there. One of the girls that used to live down there, Donna, where she used to live where there used to be a well, and it was covered up, and apparently a boy, I think, drowned in the well, and she used to see him on her property, and he was a harmless little boy. So, but there was also a man that used to haunt the property, and I feel like maybe he did something to the boy, and I could be wrong, but that's what I heard long back in, about 20 odd years ago. So 19 years ago. So yeah, and went down to the Sir Kidman Hotel, which I think's changed hands again. At the time, go down to the basement, it was all rusted and it was all dusty and everything like that. And one of the girls felt like she got pushed. I actually saw her fall, but she did have high heels on, so it could be why she tripped. Don't wear high heels during a haunting investigation, honey. Okay, so and also he was also seen on what's that TV show? The Extraordinary, with Warren, whatever his name was. He filmed an episode in the same place with Donna. So yeah, and so there's like 3 back rooms, and each room I went into the first time round, I was okay. The second time round, I did not want to go into the middle room whatsoever. I just felt like I did not want to go in there. I was like freaking out, and people actually had to drag me into that room just to, yeah. So, and I don't know, for some reason I just freaked out. I'd never freaked out in a room before, not wanting to go in there. So that was my first time I actually sensed something. So that was a really weird experience. So, and also freaked out one stage at LA jail a long time ago. I did not want to go up the stairs for some reason. And yes, it was night time and I did not want to go up the freaking stairs. But yes, of course, I got dragged to go up the stairs again. So, so that's how I sense things. I just didn't want to go into a certain place, and of course I get dragged. So yeah, and when one of the girls filmed in that room where I didn't want to go into in Kapunda, it's a Kidman Hotel, like on the video footage there's a whole stack of white anomalies or big on the freaking camera in the same room. So yeah, and that couldn't be explained. So I think it used to be a woman that haunted that place, I think. So I'm not really quite sure who haunts there, but it'd be great if anyone can give me feedback on about the Sir Kidman who haunts there. That would be really helpful. So yeah, and also like I don't know. I guess I've always sort of believed in paranormal, but I don't know. When I was in primary school, went down to Victor Harbour for a school camp, and I think it was for like 2 or 3 nights or something. I stayed at the Bracken House, and us girls were in a dormitory, and I remember looking down out the window, and there was a kid on a tire swing. So late at night. This is like late at night. What the heck is a kid swinging around on a tire swing for? It just didn't click to me till like recently. I think, okay, maybe we saw something that we shouldn't have. So maybe it was an actual spirit. So, but it looked like a little kid. I can't remember if it was a boy or girl, but just like a kid on a tire swing. So on a swing. So that was weird. um, yeah. Where else have I experienced paranormal stuff? Cheltenham Cemetery. One night, me and my friend Simon, it was about 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. ish. We drove down one side street, and all of a sudden, you know how you get the feeling when you get butterflies in your tummy, like excitement. That's what I got when Simon drove down one side street. As soon as he turned down the opposite end of the side street, I got actually emotional and upset for no reason whatsoever. I heard something about a horse and carriage in around that area, so maybe I said something regarding that. And all of a sudden, I just got really emotional and upset. As soon as he got back out onto Port Road, I was fine. So I can't explain that, but it actually happened. So yeah, so that was a really weird feeling. The only time I've actually ever got touched or poked, with my paranormal team, we did an investigation at St. Francis Wineries up at Ranella, and we did an investigation. And there was apparently, I think, 4 ghosts that haunt at the time. There was like man, woman, a little boy, and a little girl. And they weren't family, but it just happened to be like a family sort of like situation. But just they weren't family. So, and as we were watching a video in the conference room prior to investigation, everyone was like to the side of me, and people over this side, and there was people over that side. And as I was watching, and there was people behind me, but they were right back up against the wall. So, and so as we were watching the video, all of a sudden I got like a soft little poke on my elbow. I'm thinking, okay, did anyone? And I looked around, and I freaked out a little bit because I think, did one of you guys touch me? And they were just watching the video, and it's just like a little soft poke. You know what like a kid will do when they get curious about a person, they'll just like poke you. Yeah, it was a soft poke. It wasn't like a sharp poke or anything like that. And it was just like really soft. And yeah, it sort of freaked me out a little bit because I've never been touched by something you can't see. So that was really a weird experience. Back long time, yeah, me and Simon went out to Torrens Island one night. He wanted to check up about some fishing. Fishing around that area. So we drove out there at night, and on the way back, as we were driving back, he noticed there was a police jeep following us. And I mean, we weren't doing anything. I had my seatbelt on. He had his seatbelt on, so we weren't doing anything illegal. He said it looked like a police jeep, and I could see the jeep, and it was just quite a normal jeep. I think it was like a police jeep. I know there's police jeeps around the Port Adelaide area. That goes out there and back, so sort of thing. And as we turned the corner to go driving past the gun range, Simon just slammed on his brakes and gave me a bit of a freaking scare. And he said, "Where'd it go?" He said, "Just disappeared." So, and I know there's like you can go one way, but there's like a gate, and I don't think you could get in because it would have been locked up. So there's no way in hell the Jeep could have just done U-turn, go straight into the locked gate, unless it was a ghost car. Which I don't know, maybe it was a ghost car because the way he slammed on his brake, it really scared him. So he felt really uneasy. So I think it's the first time he actually seen something he can't explain. Yeah, we didn't know where the hell the Jeep went, just disappeared. So maybe it turned down the side streets, but there was no side streets. But there was like a T junction, but you would have seen the Jeep continue on like the other opposite direction, so you would have seen it, but we didn't see it, so we don't know where the hell it went. So of course that can't be explained either. So and also I have seen actual shadow. The only time I actually seen a shadow was at a place called Hindmarsh House. It's right at the back of the Hindmarsh Stadium. There's an actual house right next to the property, right next to the stadium. It's a 2-story house. It looks like a single story, but as soon as you go around the back towards the private driveway, you walk around the back and you'll see actual, it's actual 2-story. So you can look down to the garden. There's an actual another floor, so like a basement sort of thing, but it leads out to the garden. So, but yeah, I actually seen the shadow figure. It wasn't like scary. I mean, he was like, yeah. Because I was like looking at the back room, and it's weird because we were doing a tour for these mediums and psychics, and Hindmarsh House was like the last place on the agenda. And so we went around to the back of the Hindmarsh House, and as we were all looking around at the garden and everything, and so I guess we're trying to see stuff. I could actually see a black silhouette of a man with a cap on, looked like a cowboy hat or something. It was definitely a guy staring out the window, and it was black, but his silhouette self was darker than the actual room. So that's the first time I actually seen a shadow. Didn't really scare me because he wasn't going to do anything. He was just staring out the window. But yeah, I was actually stunned by that. I couldn't stop staring at the bloody window. So just like a normal person staring at the window, just couldn't see his face or anything because he looked like a dark guy looking out. So yeah, the experience there. Me and my friend Simon and another friend of mine, another friend I used to know, we parked in front of the driveway because we couldn't go through to the driveway because there was a chain blocking the driveway. And so we just parked there and just hung out and just talked. And all of a sudden, I felt this warm, tingly, fuzzy, lightheaded sensation. It was like nothing I've never experienced before. It was like really, really weird, like feeling that all came happening. So the girl either there's been a little girl that's been seen skipping up and down the footpath. So weird experience. And apparently where the driveway is some sort of shed. Someone said it used to be like some sort of shed where they repair cars and everything. So I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so that was really a weird experience. I'll never forget that. Yeah. Also, I've tried the Necrophonic app, which all the YouTubers that I've watched, like Oh My Gosh TV, I think G Team has used it. I think they may have used it a couple of times, but they use a different app. I think James, the fan, I don't know if you use it. I know Oh My Gosh uses it. Good on you. Chris Star, Urban Ghost Explorations, they use it. I think Krista uses it, I'm not sure. CJ Folsom uses it, so go on CJ. So I highly recommend that app if you haven't got the app. Okay, so I'll show you the app, and there's no way in hell I'm going to use it. There's this one here, it looks like a pentagram. You can see it. It's an actual pentagram. It's got necrophonic right next to the flashlight. Yeah. So that's an and I would not use it here because I do not want this place to become haunted. Because all the guys are really cool here, and I don't exactly want any ghosts. Yeah, just wrecking havoc, making themselves welcome here. So I've already used necrophonic app outside of home. So yeah. So somewhere where it's already haunted, so it's safe anyway. So I may even actually try it in the Adelaide arcade. I've been tempted to arcade. Let me know if you'd like to see me do the Adelaide arcade. I can use a necrophonic app there. So because a few spirits that hang around there, it'd be nice to see if I can make contact with Francis or the little boy that haunts there. I feel sorry for the little kid. So yeah, so if anyone has any really good ghost stories I want to talk about, yeah, feel free. I mean, I love to hear your experiences, especially in Adelaide. If you live in Adelaide, I'd love to hear your stories. Yeah, I've had a few experiences in Adelaide, and I think too exciting. I have seen legs running out of the corner of my eye on my 29th birthday. I'm actually 46 now, young. But yeah, on my 29th birthday, I actually saw legs running out of the corner of my eye. It's the only time I actually saw something visual. So share. Please feel free. I look forward to hearing from you. So please take care. 안녕히 계세요. Have a great week. Bye.